Hi, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Max.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
And one of the things we loved the most about the show were the brilliant end credits.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we'll go episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credit sequences.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first Credit Score spin-off, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due. Are we going?
Chip chipperoo, chip chipperoo. That'll only make sense if you listen to last week's episode. That was my parroting. Are you done already? If you can't handle it, people will probably turn this off.
Oh my god. I say let's just dive in. I just don't even have, I don't have the words.
You want to get right to it. No small talk, no catching up, no nothing. No catching up. Okay. We can get right into the puns if you want.
Let's do it.
Okay. It's time for a Bob pun or Max pun. Skylar, are you ready for your first pun?
I am.
Your first pun is the staying a chive burger.
Bob.
Staying a chive. Bob is correct.
You kind of sounded like him when you did that.
Whenever I go deep. Okay, we just made a weird face at each other. This is a children's show, Skylar. An other one bites the crust.
You.
Yes. This is relevant now when we're recording this because it's Christmas time.
Uh-huh.
But is not relevant when you'll be listening to this.
That's okay.
Everyone. Extra virgin olive oil be home for Christmas.
That is so you.
What? How's that so me?
That is you.
Okay, fine. It's me. You sure you don't want to change it?
Yeah.
And your final burger is the Anne Hathaway burger.
I feel like it's you, but I don't know why you would be like searching Anne Hathaway or thinking about that right now.
On incognito mode.
That's an inside joke, but yeah. I'm so glad you made that. That was good.
People get incognito mode.
My gut is saying Bob, but my heart is saying you.
We can't choose both. Where are you going with your gut or your heart? It is me.
Yes.
Always go with your heart,
for
Skylar. Always go with your heart. Yeah. There's a good showing after last week's failure.
Yes.
Okay. We are on season 3, episode 7. Skylar, can we have the title and synopsis, please?
We sure can. I have to say I love this episode.
I do too. I really do.
Good. The title is Tina-Rannosaurus Rex. Rex is in Rex the car. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
You said it right. And also, like, Tina ran... It's kind of like starts...
Well, I have some problems with the title.
Okay.
So let's...
get through the synopsis.
Yeah. So here's the synopsis. When Tina wrecks the family car in probably one of... Wait, hold on. I have to say, I don't know if this synopsis is good or horrible because as I was writing it, Max thought it would be funny to just constantly play TikToks in my face and annoy me. He was trying to see how much he could annoy me before 8 a.m. in the morning.
What TikTok was I playing?
Pancakes.
Oh, pancake pie?
Can you play it for us?
The pancake pie lady?
Yeah, so I was working, just trying to get through the workday, and Max was just shoving TikToks in my face.
If you haven't seen the woman who can't pronounce pumpkin pie and her, like, I think it's her grandson, like, drives her crazy. She gets so angry at him when he keeps trying to get her to say it.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to play it. It's Lily Hayes, at Lily Hayes on TikTok.
I want the telephone for the pancake pie. Pink pie. A pancake pie. What? Pancake pie. I want pancake pie. Give me the phone number from the apple pie.
You want apple pie now?
Whatever it is, pancake pie. Pancake pie, man.
Do you really think it's called pancake pie?
No, it's similar to pancake pie. Of course, no. Pancake is pancakes. It's the pancake. No, pancake! Oh my God, I don't know to talk anymore. It's because of you, asshole.
What's it called?
Pink pie.
Fix your lips, bro.
Fix your ass, bro.
Oh my God. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good.
Give me the number of the pink pie.
So sorry, I misspoke. He wasn't playing the TikTok. He was reenacting this TikTok in my face the whole time when I was trying to write this. So
Pancake pie.
just like
I'll
that.
do it right now.
So let's dive into this.
Mm-hmm.
When Tina wrecks the family car, in probably one of my favorite scenes of Bob's Burgers, Bob tells Tina they have to lie to the insurance agent about who was driving. He also mentions that it's vital they don't tell Linda about the... Max, are you fucking kidding me?
Complete accident. I was just trying to get my notes ready. I did not mean to have pancake pie, lady.
I have like PTSD
Sorry.
from you shouting.
I'm so sorry. I just opened my phone and it was still playing.
Okay. Bob also mentions it's vital that they don't tell Linda about the situation because she's horrible at keeping secrets. Like that one time she blurted out that they were late to a party because Bob had diarrhea. When the agent, played by Bob Odenkirk, arrives, Tina tries to help with the fictional story of how Bob crashed the car by adding a distracting butterfly and a cormorant. They think the issue has been put to sleep, but then all hell breaks out when the insurance agent lures the family into committing insurance fraud for him. Poor Tina burns his house down on accident. And now they're not sure they'll ever be able to escape this con artist's sticky web of deceit. Not good for Tina's anxiety.
Yeah, Tina's anxiety is at an all-time high in this episode. There's a lot of good Tina noises in this episode. So this episode came out on December 2nd, 2012. It was written by John Schroeder and directed by Wes Archer. Do you have any fun facts about this episode for us?
I have. One relates to the title. So this episode was originally titled Tina Wrecks the Car. I have to say my vote is for Tina Wrecks the Car because their puns and their titles are always so good. Like Easy Rider.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Easy Rider reference and Louise loses her ears. That makes sense. That pun makes sense to me. But they were just doing puns for pun's sake this time.
Yeah, but that's how they do puns for the burgers, and that's how they do puns for the van and the store next. A lot of times
You're not going to convince me.
they're just a pun that doesn't really make sense, but it's a pun word.
Not for the titles. I think it's very rare that the pun doesn't play into the episode.
It kind of works though.
How?
Because Tina ran into a car and wrecks it.
Okay, I'll give you half a point or something
Okay.
there. But I just think there's something classic about Tina Wrecks the Car. I just want to watch that. Anyway, so after Tina wrecks the car, do we want to play the clip of her?
Probably. It's such a funny sequence.
I think
it's
we
one of
have
the best
to.
sequences in the show.
It's so good. Here we
Okay,
go.
so Tina's in the car. Bob's on a drive.
Try a turn.
And she's inching slowly.
Why are you groaning? You're doing fine. Tina, relax. Easy. Okay. Tina, you're kind of headed toward the only other car in the lot.
He's still smiling.
You have plenty of time to turn,
Plenty
Tina, so
of
just go
time.
ahead. Turn one way
Still
or the
so much
other.
time.
You're just swerving back and forth. Turn one way and stick with it, Tina. Tina, for the love of God! Turn away or stop! The brakes, Tina, on the left! You're about to hit that car! The brakes! Hit the brakes! Oh, my God.
You know what's funny about it to me
Brilliant.
is that there's so much time between her heading to that car, and you know that at any point Bob could have grabbed the wheel and moved it himself, and he doesn't do that.
I know.
It's on
but
him too. Don't
it's
just
on
blame
him,
Tina.
But yeah. And then I think when he does try and help, his seatbelt is kind of stuck, so he can't. Anyway, it's so good. All right, so now for our next fun fact. One of our favorite episodes and credit sequences, I will say, is Sheesh Cab Bob, don't you think?
Yes.
Well, my friend, when they wreck this car, they have to take a taxi home. A little Easter egg here is that this is the same cab that Bob drove in his episode when he was a cabbie for a night, for a few nights.
Okay.
You can tell this because there's a green door.
Right.
Instead of all being a yellow car, there's like a green
Should we
door.
screenshot that and put that on the...
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, why aren't you more excited about this? I was really excited.
I am excited. I'm going to try and get a side-by-side of the She's Cab Bob cab and then that one too.
I thought that was fun. And then, just because I think Colleen, is it Caviello?
Caviello, yeah.
Caviello. I think she is one of the best underrated characters, and I love that Linda kind of has a nemesis on this show.
Sorry.
Oh, bless
Biscuit.
you.
Sorry, Biscuit. That got Biscuit. He was dead asleep, and now he's wide awake.
So, in the flashback, when they're illustrating that Linda can't keep a secret and they bust into this party and Linda's like, sorry, we were late. Bob had diarrhea. Colleen is at the party.
Oh.
Isn't that just delightful?
Oh my God. We hate Colleen.
And her hoops. And then I think this is pretty obvious, but if you're a Better Call Saul fan. So the insurance agent is played by Bob Odenkirk. We are huge, what would you call Bob fans? Bob heads over here.
Odenkirk.
Odenkirkers.
Odenkirk heads. Odenkirk.
Whichever one. We are huge fans of Bob Odenkirk and Better Call Saul. So if you haven't seen the show, Bob Odenkirk plays, you better explain this, you know better than me.
As Saul?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just a sleazy
Kinda
lawyer,
con man,
yeah,
lawyer.
Yeah, I think everyone knows, even if they don't watch Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. But yeah,
so I feel like this is like an homage to Better Call Saul because he plays an insurance agent who is a con man, and his voice is so distinctive, and even like his office when Tina and Bob go visit him. So I like to think of this as a little homage to Better Call Saul.
Yeah, and there's been a Better Call Saul burger too.
Yeah, so my vote's that this writer's room loves the show.
Yeah, well, Better Call Saul is...
It's
one
a
of the best shows
show
on TV, and has really gotten good over the past few seasons. Absolutely.
And don't write me hate mail or anything. Heaven forbid I don't like Breaking Bad as much as the whole world. It doesn't land in my top 3 shows of my life.
How dare you?
So that's how I feel about it. But I started watching Better Call Saul with Max from the beginning just because. And you do not need to have watched Breaking Bad or to be head over heels in love with Breaking Bad to love Better Call Saul. It's so good.
It's a different show. It's a completely different show. Yeah. And I've said this before. I mean, the show needs to end still. Like, we still have one more season. Mm-hmm. But overall, it might end up being a better show than Breaking Bad was. And I'm the biggest Breaking Bad fan there is.
And I've had a few huge Breaking Bad fans say that about Better Call Saul. So, check it out. That's all the fun facts I have.
Okay. Should we do we want to play that one scene where just Tina mentions the cormorant? Because it's a very specific type of bird, so it's weird that she mentions that in her lie.
Right. So let me just set it up for everyone. So the insurance agent finally stops by because he needs to collect the information about who was driving, what happened. And as we know, Tina is not a big fan of lying.
Tina was supposed to stay in the kitchen and not even like be a part of this.
Yeah.
And she just can't stay out of it, and then she has to lie, and she's not a good liar. And
I also just have to say that in order for Bob to get Tina in on this scam, he has to create an imaginary boyfriend for her in this scenario, and I thought that was brilliant. And it's such a good line. She's like, "Does he? What kind of hair does he have?" And he goes, "Greasy." And she goes,
"I don't know, but it's greasy."
And she like flips her hair. It's like brilliant. All right, so let's hear this insurance agent combo.
A butterfly?
What butterfly? What do you mean butterfly?
Hey, Linda, kids. This is Chase. He's from the insurance company. I was just telling him what happened. Yes, I was just getting to the butterfly part of the story. I thought it was a bee, and I was startled, so I was swatting at it.
Dad's scared of butterflies.
Oh, Dad, look out! There's a ladybug!
Stop it. All right, so anyway, back to the story, Chase. I mean, not a story, it's the truth. So I swerved
A
and...
cormorant flew in the window.
What's a cormorant?
It's a kind of seabird. We learned about them in school. In China, they use them to catch fish.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. Sorry, I left out the cormorant.
A cormorant! What an auspicious sign!
That's what a cormorant is. It's very specific. Tina just learned about them, so that's why it popped in her head. And I've never heard of a cormorant
Me
before
neither.
this. It's a
That
sea
does-
raven. I looked it up.
A sea raven.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you do that when you were in high school and college? And like, if you recently had learned about something, like
Lie to the insurance agents about it.
it just you use it in any situation you can.
Yeah.
That was so me.
And now I never learn anything, so I have nothing intelligent to say ever.
Well, you knew what a freaking oil thingamabob was, so
On last week's episode.
Yeah.
An oil derrick.
an oil derrick.
Everything I know from movies and TV, and that's about it.
I think that's fair.
All right, so we get into these end credits?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we got the last few minutes before the end credits here. The family is back in the restaurant, and there's going to be some dish smashing going on.
And we should, like, everything's been resolved. They
Yeah.
recorded the insurance fraud. So
On Gene's keyboard.
that keyboard comes in handy so often.
Yeah, Tina managed to record the insurance.
His confession.
Yeah. It's funny when the insurance guys are like trying to find the right button.
The FBI or
Yeah,
whoever.
yeah, they're like pushing all the buttons and it's like and then they finally find it.
No, that's it.
Here, give me one.
Stop.
Ah!
Lynn, what are you doing?
What? I hate these plates.
Stop breaking plates! Lynn!
Nash!
Watch me break this plate and the window!
No!
Running down the gutter with the piece of bread and butter. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
Okay. That is
Well, goodness.
Am I okay? Or the goodness from the song?
Are you okay? Are you
I'm okay. I'm okay.
What?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
So they're smashing dishes. Louise is about to go full Louise on the window, and Bob screams no. And all of a sudden we're into this kind of like hip hop beat. This like
Yes.
like low def underground hip hop
Yep.
beat, I guess.
Something that maybe Gene would come up with on his keyboard.
Yeah.
And this unique song. Do we need to play the
No.
scene when they're in bed?
I don't think so.
Um,
It's as you referenced in the synopsis.
mhm.
There's a little flashback to Linda blurting out that Bob has diarrhea, and she then sings this little diarrhea song.
And Gene says, "I love you, Mom."
Yeah. And now we got the generic end credit sequence, Bob, Tina, Louise cooking in the kitchen with their backs towards us. And you've got Linda's diarrhea song in a remix version.
Which it sounds like Gene did the remix.
Yeah.
Which I love. All right.
Running down the gutter with the piece of bread and butter. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I love it.
The remix. Here comes Linda.
Linda's in there. Yeah. So it's running down the gutter with a piece of bread and butter, diarrhea.
Yep, that is it.
Which is, I think it's from that diarrhea song when you're sliding into first and you feel something burst, diarrhea. When you're sitting in your
you
Chevy
introduced
and you feel something heavy,
Mhm.
diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
I introduced you to the diarrhea song.
You did. You did it.
It was in Parenthood, the movie from the 80s.
Oh, we recently watched that and it
Yeah.
was so good. I really liked it.
But the kid sings the diarrhea song.
That's right. In the car.
Mm-hmm.
The only song I really had was the beans and the toots.
The beans, the magical fruit.
That's
the more you eat them,
that's
the more.
what I grew up on.
That's like the prequel to the diarrhea song. I feel
Well,
like
I didn't have
That's-
brothers.
that's
I didn't
what-
have siblings.
that
so,
leads to the diarrhea.
yeah. So
it's
I
the
got
beans, the
I got-
magical fruits, and then diarrhea. So the songs go.
Yeah, it's the gateway.
Yeah, it's the
I-
follow up. I do like the Gene made this remix because it's got the
It's
noises that he always
confirmed.
plays on his keyboard.
It's confirmed. Yep.
And then you also got Linda making the fart noises too. It's great.
Some people think it's funny, but it's really wet and runny. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
What do we have
Sorry,
there?
we're late, Bob had diarrhea.
So what I love about this is that you think that this is it. These are the credits. Okay, we've got this funny remix.
And she
And
only
we've got the
says the lines we've just heard. Those are the only lines we hear in the episode.
Yeah.
All right, so we think that's what it is, but then we get some new lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to those, what do we see on screen?
A butterfly drifts into screen and starts bugging Bob, and he starts swatting at it, just like in the story.
Just like
they told
in
the insurance agent.
Tina's story.
I wonder if we're going to get another creature to join the butterfly. So
I love you, Mom.
So as the music's playing, she's doing her little Linda laugh. Jean starts walking into the frame, and also we get the cormorant coming in.
And now it is just going at Bob.
Chaos.
And he's turned around and he's swatting it. I think we talked over a very important lyric,
We
which
can go back.
we should listen to it. I think Linda says, "Sorry we're late. Bob had diarrhea."
Okay, so they play that little clip, and
Yeah.
they made it part of the remix. Okay.
Diarrhea. Sorry we're late, Bob had diarrhea.
The maniacal laugh.
Ew. Why?
I love you, Mom.
So I guess they just like a lot of the times for these remixes, they pull just stuff from the episode, and that's kind of like what she sang the song, and then this was kind of like the conversation that was happening.
Yes.
Like she was laughing.
I love
She
it.
laughed when she first got into the party and said Bob had diarrhea. Then she laughed again when they're all in bed together
Yep.
talking about it.
What?
And what? Ew. I love you, Mom.
We also missed one line, which I don't think we got in the bed.
Yeah, they added one.
What is it?
I'll go back to that. This is important stuff.
This is like groundbreaking stuff. I like how we listen to the song backwards, but whatever.
It's like the Memento version of the diarrhea song.
Exactly.
Some people think it's funny, but it's really wet and runny. Diarrhea.
That's it. Some people
That's
think
it.
it's funny, but it's really, really wet and runny.
Do you think this will be in our head the rest of the day?
I hope so. How many fart noises before you make me go in the other room?
I mean, I would take the fart noises over those like parrot noises you were making at the
Earlier.
beginning of this episode.
What about pumpkin pie? Pancake pie.
He's taken something that was initially so joyous to me
Ruined
and
it.
just ruined it.
I do that with a lot of things. Okay, highlights, lowlights, things you liked about the credits, things you didn't like.
I'm feeling really good about these.
I feel good too.
And I don't think I noticed the first time. Jean's "I love you, Mom," because it is such a stellar moment in the episode. It's so funny how much he earnestly loves his mom's poop humor. So that was a highlight for me. Her maniacal laugh was disturbing. That was a highlight for me.
How well it all fits into the remix is a highlight for me too.
The whole remix. They didn't just do her song in a campy kind of musical way like she sang it in the episode. They Jean remixed it.
Mhm.
I mean, does it get better than that?
It's great.
What are your highlights?
It's great. My highlight is obviously that song was fantastic, but my highlight is that it's like you think that's it. Linda's appeared in the window. She walks away. You're like, oh, okay, these were funny. It's the remix, and then they toss in the butterfly and the cormorant, which is great.
And
It's
the butterfly
it
is
just
so
makes it.
subtle, and then the cormorant isn't, and it's so obnoxious, annoying Bob so much.
Yeah.
I'm feeling something for these.
Are you ready to score?
I think I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's I'll go first,
Okay.
like you said.
Yes.
I'm going to give them a 9 H's. I'm going to go that high because I like the song. I'm going to be singing it the rest of the day. I love the music with the fart noises and the little bonus, little extra bit at the end while being in the kitchen. The generic sequence for me is great. I feel like you're going to let me down the way you're looking at me right now. You're still deciding.
I'm going to give it a 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because I
Okay,
was going
do
to give
tell.
it a 9.5, but then I knew I would walk away and regret not giving it a 10.
Wow.
I think it says everything that this family is. It really describes Jean and Linda's relationship, which just gets me in the freaking heart. Bob's annoyed. I love seeing Bob annoyed. Yeah.
Okay. There you have it.
No, 9.5.
Oh no, she's walking it back.
Okay, let's just go 9.5. I don't want to talk about it.
9.5. Boo.
We have 2 minutes to get out the door to take,
We gotta take
Biscuit to
Biscuit
the
has
vet.
a little appointment. Yeah. Thank you everyone for listening. Please leave a review wherever you're listening to this. If you can, it helps us out a lot, as I always say.
Thank you.
Follow us on socials. We post a lot of like bonus stuff throughout the week that I think people are really enjoying that have to do with these episodes. We're Bob's credits all across the board. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Bob's credits or / I don't know which one it is. You know, the typical thing. Anything else we need to say this week?
We recently added a tip jar.
We did. We just like a $1 a month. Just if you appreciate us,
it keeps us
helps.
going, guys.
Yeah,
it's really appreciated.
It's nice to know that. Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we take this boy out to do his business?
Stay saucy, but not in like a diarrhea way.
Better than squawking.